Okay. You on it? Yeah, it is. Okay, I've been totally stalling. I pulled these cards at like 7 o'clock at night, and I just barely now am out of stuff to stall doing this reading. So basically, I'm like learning about a bunch of spreads. They're handy for asking questions or clarifying, and ignore the weird music in the background. It's just some bamboo flute shit. I don't know. Alright, so um, energy and advice, and this is 4 card general. This is a life check in, and then this is letting go and moving on, and then uh, the loving message, because they like to end with that shit. All right, so I wonder if I can I can enlarge it. Who knew? Whoa, I had no idea I could do that. Anyway, so the energy and the advice. The overall energy is 10 of Wands, and the advice is the 8 of Coins. So basically, someone feels burdened, or just in regards to a burden, or feeling overwhelmed. And the advice is to use your craft or some kind of skill that you are currently practicing, and use it to utilize your healing or understanding, and provide for this burden over here. And I didn't pull them out in this order, but anyway. Well, I did that one first, and then this one, and then, yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to get organized about it. So, the 4 card general. I personally was asking, who is this from, or who is this to, and what is this in regards to? It can also be, general. Anyway, so the situation, or who it's for, is, and I'm sorry that it's blurry, I just don't care enough to fix it. So, Queen of Cups over here. This is a situation, or who it's to. In regards to the Lovers, which in this deck is about making a decision that makes your heart happy. And I was like, well, that's great. And I was like, well, who is this from? Or who's making this choice? And I got Page of Wands, which was like really annoying because that doesn't help. And then this one was stuck like underneath it. So Page of Wands, this is good news. Or this is like I don't want to say invitation, but it's overall good news from a King of Wands. Now, Page of Wands is also someone who is studying, and let's see, one who is ready for new experiences of intention, willpower, inspiration. Someone's feeling inspired. And I guess it makes their heart glad. And and then there's this chick again. So, that's me, because all of these readings are about me. Because my channel, fuck you, if you don't like it. So, this is a live check-in, but really, too many cards were falling out, and I just picked a pattern for it to be in. And let me shrink it a little. Just a little, not that much. Only a little. Okay, maybe a little more. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. So, this is like a general life check-in to see where you are and where your current state of mind is at. So, and then I noticed, like, yeah, each one of these is assigned a certain question or whatever, or what it means, but it kind of gets all jumbled up in general. And also, I have to like, sometimes, I'll be learning about a spread, I'll copy it down, I won't like the order it's in. Anyway, you didn't ask about that. So, who am I? And this is a Hierophant. And what needs to be developed within myself, and that is Ace of Cups. What is the lesson you're currently learning? And Seven of Swords. And your destination. This is Chariot. Over here, this is talent and your passion. What is something that you feel passionate about and a talent you possess? And of course, like Nine of Cups came up, and that was not like a fun card. So I kept on trying to shuffle, and it just kept coming out. So apparently, Three of Pentacles. Now this generically in this deck means a goal is manifesting, but my intuition says someone's passion and talent lies with collaboration and working with others. It's kind of like someone makes friends easily, and this is just someone who has an overall friendly kind of aura about them. And over here, this is release and what is emerging. And the Nine of Wands came out, and that was not like fun. And then this came out for emerging, the King of Pentacles. But basically, I need to put my guard down and I just get over. Well, this King of Pentacles, this is I had it. Nine of Wands, this is someone who's wounded and is ready for the next battle. It's kind of like and then needing to release a King of Pentacles, or what's emerging is within myself would be someone who is financially resourceful and someone being driven by physical earthly things like money. So it's releasing, putting your guard down and releasing any kind of materialistic ambitions, or well, here's, I just noticed it, and I don't notice anything until I make the video, so I don't know what that's about. Anyway, so okay, something was stolen, and I think a King of Pentacles stole something, and they hurt themselves in the process. And what was stolen did not affect someone else's overall attitude. They hurt themselves. They broke their own heart. But yeah, this Hierophant. This is bringing faith and integrating it into your everyday life. And this, something I need to develop. How to be more loving again. Or open myself up to new experiences of emotional capacity. And it's like releasing something painful in the past and overcoming whatever this painful event was. And this painful event, it was like someone tried to steal my happiness, or as I put it, wipe the smile off my face. And I don't think it worked. It just wiped the smile off their own face. This is also about spirituality and finding some kind of mentor or guide or some kind of trustworthy source for wisdom, I guess. So, yeah, anyway, moving on. Because I'll just babble about this in a minute. Alright, so the letting go spread. Letting go and moving on. This is a lesson. Two of Cups, ending, Ace of Wands. Let go, death. And I don't know why I'm reading it out, but I'm trying to get organized here. Assistance offered, Emperor. The challenge facing, moving on, is a Six of Cups. And then this is the potential or outcome or so letting go and moving on. The lesson was in some kind of emotional connection, and Swans, this is an opportunity for growth that's just not going to happen. And also, it's kind of like the death of that connection is painful, even though it's been over for a long time. But yeah, and taking control of one's own life and their destiny, and moving on from some kind of childhood trauma or just happiness generically. But once this is done, swift movement can happen. So, like, just dropping all that shit. Because the meanings just kind of get jumbled up. But, there was a connection. And I guess it was just an opportunity for me to... It was a lesson that was painful to learn, but it was something I needed to learn, and it helped to transit to let's see, an ending that transforms you to your very core and a new beginning. Now, this can be a divine masculine from like a past life, or someone that brings happiness back into your life. And an Emperor also is about creating order, stability, and structure in one's life. So there was all kinds of shit like in the corner of my eyes and like flickering lights and shit, and like I haven't been like nights without sleep. I don't know what the hell. Yeah, and then like my room will be like all super fucking hot, and they kept alternating between super hot and super freezing cold. So I just went ahead and am making this shitty video so they'll stop fucking with me. Anyway, so taking this all back now. This Emperor also has an opportunity that involves will and inspiration and a connection that will make one happy again, or brings back, I guess, happier times. And, well, I keep seeing this as children. This is child issues, or losing your children, which is always painful. And it doesn't even have to be small children. It could just be adults, like a father losing their children, or not wanting to let it go. Someone controlling doesn't want to let their child go. But the death has happened anyway. You can't avoid that. You can't control the universe around you. You can only control yourself. And learning to control the self will provide the movement forward I guess you need. I don't know, I kind of lingered on that. And this is a loving message. Sandalphon really likes these because, I don't know, don't be so hard on yourself. So, the loving message, this is the comfort or the message to bring you comfort or the comfort being offered or a loving message being offered at this time. It's like a reminder. And it's about staying in hermit mode and going within and relying and trusting your own intuition and your own knowledge on the situation at hand. Let's see, the challenge. Wrong page. Oh, the support. Six of Swords. So this is overcoming and leaving something painful behind. In this deck, Six of Swords is leaving a situation with help. What needs to be released is, as Ace of Swords is an opportunity for a new way of thinking, communicating, or speech. But this is an old thought process or an old way of thinking or outdated viewpoints that need to be released and opening your mind. An inspiring reminder, or it's kind of like letting you know a little bit of the future, or just it's like a inspiring message. It's they keep reiterating that it'll get better and you'll be happy again. And this is clarity that will bring you happiness. So staying within will provide the knowledge, or the best way to win this battle is to keep doing what I'm doing and listening to my own guidance, my inner guidance, and working on nurturing my inner light. It sounds so corny. Like, I don't know how to get it to hurry up because now it's like 20 minutes. So, okay, let's just freeball it now. So, someone is working on their craft as a way to handle overwhelming feelings or overwhelming situation. This is someone nurturing herself or mothering themselves. And it's also about being emotionally mature and always choose what makes you happy. It never works out making everyone else happy. The only people that end up happy is not you. And some kind of divine gifts or some kind of spiritual gifts being exercised at this time in this 8 of coins. And it's like learning to love again, I guess. But it's also developing your self-love. And what is gone, and what's lost is lost. And focusing on that, all it does is rob you of progress and leaves you in a mental or lack mentality. It keeps you tied to the physical. It's like hanging on to a painful event or a painful person, or this is a greedy person. Someone was greedy and now they're defensive about it because they stole something. And regardless, someone still has, it's like what they wanted to steal was their inner peace or their balance or their ability to, it's like they were jealous of someone being satisfied with what they already had and how easily they made friends. This King of Pentacles was jealous of someone who was well liked, and he's too defensive to admit that he tried to steal something. And whatever or whoever, yeah, see, they tried to steal their love, or yeah, a stolen offering. It's like a stolen love offer or a stolen relationship, and it was overcome without him. And this is also about gathering your strength together to face another challenge. But apparently, yeah, it's kind of like this side and this side. Anyway, I don't know if this makes any sense. And now that this has been released and let go and understood and applied and integrated into the daily life, where's that flash of light coming from? Seriously. No, it's like a mirror light or something. I don't know. I can't explain it. Okay, now that that's been released, and Scorpio comes out a lot. This is a water sign. We know this is Scorpio over here, and she has been able to transform and transmute her pain and find her inspiration to love again and take control and self-mastery. And this time wanting, or she's made her own stability and her own structure, and she makes herself happy. And this is like movement or receiving. I keep hearing receiving messages. Now, the generic term in this deck is swift movement, but this is apparently the transformation brings back happiness and swift movement of, I guess, going with the flow. It's faster and easier to go with the flow, or it's like improvising and using what you're given on the fly instead of trying to control everything. That you can't control your situation all the time. You can't control what you have to work with, and you definitely cannot control anybody else. And nobody else is in charge of your happiness. You're in charge of your own happiness. And by being in control of yourself, it creates opportunities and gives you a will and like a passion for life again, I guess. And it's just the ability to love again. And then this guy is some dude. It's probably that King of Wands guy over there. He's so irritating. But yeah, and just trust yourself, rely on the knowledge you already have, and you'll overcome and leave the situation or whatever difficulties you're going through at this moment. You'll get assistance leaving, but you need to release an old way of thinking and forgiveness. That's also what the Sun card is about. It's about forgiveness. Releasing anger and bitterness will lead to success and following your inner light. Don't get distracted by a bunch of noise from other assholes, you know? Because people love to talk, don't they? Talka, talka, talka. Until it's time to answer some difficult questions, and they hate that shit. But overall, it's kind of like somebody is eventually or is overcoming something difficult and painful. And despite whatever was stolen, or this is some bullshit, right? This is some bullshit, but she stayed happy. This motherfucker's sad. She's, gained friends out of it, and he's just over there counting pennies, I guess. I don't know what he does. But yeah, this is overcoming and relying on your own knowledge and staying focused on your inner light whenever the shit hits the fan. And okay, this was already a half hour, and I totally don't like how it came out, but I'm not doing this again.